Hello and welcome to the new video. Today we're gonna take a look real fast at some news that just got dropped, not from Niantic, but from the Pokemon company in general, about a ban list for the GO Championship series. And you most likely think now, okay, why does it really matter? But you're also most likely going to be able to read the title, right? So basically, what this kind of confirms here right now is that we're going to be able to get Shadow Sneasel and Shadow Sneasler in the game, which is kind of interesting. Basically, here, currently it's not available. Why do they say that? Because Niantic screwed over one event and put in Shadow Sneasel plus Sneasler in the game, basically, and only for the first time zones, but they're also bugged, so they don't even look like a shadow, but they do shadow damage and also take shadow damage. So right now, that's why Sneasler plus Sneasel is banned. But apparently, I guess they're waiting until those Pokemon going to be available for everybody, which I think is the right call to do, so I don't really think Niantic does something bad here, or like, yeah, I think it's the right call to do. So most likely, or like most definitely, we're going to be able to get Hisuian Sneasel plus Shadow Sneasel, and the Shadow Sneasel, and then as well, of course, for the upcoming Rocket event, which is going to be this at the end of this month from October 26th till October 31st. And then with a new month, they change the rule set for the play series. So let's take a look real quick on how strong the Hisuian Sneasel are going to be. In general, here, you see, for example, for the Great League, how good the Sneasler and the Sneasel is. Actually, the normal Sneasel is also kind of fine. As you can see, this is both of them have the same typing as a Toxicroak, so part poison, part fighting. Plus, Hisuian Sneasel is going to, both of them have great coverage, basically. They're going to have here Poison Jab, Close Combat, Exeter, and Aerial Ace, from where both Exeter as well as Aerial Ace got buffed, which actually helps out the Sneasler a little bit more, because you're going to run here Shadow Claw over the Poison Jab usually, which generates a little bit more energy, which makes Aerial Ace as well as the Exeter now 5 fast moves only, while for example compared here to Poison Jab you need like 1 extra fast move all the time for the Sneasel. So, but both Hisuian Sneasels was the Sneasler going to be nice. Here's the thing, you would need to get those from grunts to get it for a Hisuian Sneasler as a shadow for the Great League. The thing is, right now, they got only released throughout raids for like those earlier time zones, and if they're only going to be available through raids, they're going to be level 20, and level 20 is not enough for the Sneasler, so it might not even be eligible for the Great League to have the Shadow Hisuian Sneasler then, or like the Shadow Sneasler then, if it's only going to be in raids. So like, we have to see what Niantic is going to do about it. If we're gonna get it in the grunt section there, we're going to be fine, but like, we don't know about it yet. So let's take a look about if they're going to be more preferred in Shadow or not Shadow. So let's take a look here at the Great League real quick, and we're gonna see here for the Great League. Also, by the way, real quick before, if we're gonna take a look at the Ultra League for the Sneasler, we're gonna see that even higher. I forgot about to say about this one, and it's even going to be eligible for the Master League, which is going to put them in around like the 3600 CP rank here. Not too crazy, but might be a fun pick for the Premier Cup when this comes back. But if we kind of take a look here at the Great League, this is definitely an Ultra League Sneasler, which is not really how it's supposed to be. So if you're gonna take a look at the Great League, we're gonna see here real quick that both the Sneasel as well as the Hisuian Sneasel are fairly okay, but like they're not really great. But you see that the Hisuian Sneasel is going to be able to take some KOs against something like a Steelix as well as Eagle and Stunfisk, because your close combat does more damage now, which is kind of nice. But if you take a look at Sneasler, you're going to see that it definitely increases by quite a bit for the Shadow variant, and I think this is going to be actually also the case when you play it in game, because you're gonna get like some matchups against, for example, the Registeel, where now the close combat is gonna do 88%, which means that after just a few Shadow Claws, you're going to be able to completely destroy them. And here, even after the Zapcan debuff, your second close combat is going to knock them out, and as we can see here, it completely demolishes the Registeel, which is kind of fun. Which is honestly really, really cool. For Lickitung, it's going to be a little bit more of an awkward one as well, because Lickitung is actually able to win the 2-shield scenario, which is kind of wild. This is just the Lickitung that we know. Of course, Shadow Claw's double resisted, which is one of the main reasons it would head counter. Let me actually check real quick just for fun. Like, this is of course not that actually going to happen or whatever, but if this Pokemon would learn counter, it would be better or not. I'm actually not really too sure about it. Yeah, it would be better. Definitely would be a little bit better. But that doesn't really matter. But still, Hisuian Sneasel are already very, very important for the Great League if it's available for it. Again, we don't know about it. I hope it is available. If it's through grunts, you're going to definitely want to try to grind those out. As for the Great League, that would be really, really nice. Let's take a look at the Ultra League. Here, you're definitely going to be able to get the Sneasler as well, but even the Sneasel is going to get up to 2300 CP. So interesting, it's like closer to the range, but Sneasel is of course the one thing that we kind of want to look forward to. And as you can see here, it's going to be a little bit closer for like the normal and the Shadow Sneasler, but I feel like still that the Shadow is kind of preferred, and I think it's going to be better to have Shadow Sneasler over the normal Sneasler. So as you're going to see now in the 2-shield scenario, that Shadow Sneasler is taking bigger hit there, like way better than the normal Sneasler all of a sudden. Is he going to be able to just farm down opponents a little bit easier? Is he going to do more damage with the close combat? Is he going to be able to just do more damage also with aerial ace, which is going to be important for matchups against something like the Verizon? So honestly, like definitely Shadow Sneasler is going to be something that you want to grind for. Just a small look at the Great Master League here. It is not going to matter too much for this one. Maybe for the Premier Cup, but we cannot really take a look at this one here right now for PvPoke sadly, so that's kind of it. But we're gonna see here as well, real quick, just as a comparison, normal Sneasler in the Great League would get to 471 as an average, but if we take a look at the Shadow variant, we're gonna definitely get a huge increase of 41. Now, even if we take a look at the 2-shield scenario, we're gonna see as well here right now that this is going to maybe actually drop. Let's see if the other one, okay, yeah, it's actually a little bit of a drop there, but I still feel like that the Shadow variant is what you kind of want to aim for, but of course you also would have Toxic Rock with the same typing, which is both good in Great League as well as Ultra League, but actually Shadow Sneasler might be better than this one right now. It's definitely something that you kind of want to get if it's in grunts, but otherwise for Ultra League, it's most likely has like somewhere of a niche pick. But I don't know if it's going to be too crazy for it. We can take a look at this one real quick as well here. The Shadow variant of this one in the Ultra League is fairly decent. So definitely something interesting for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely interesting news that we're going to get the Shadow Sneasler. I'm most likely going to make a video about the November updates eventually as well. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day afterwards, most likely tomorrow to be fair. So definitely stay tuned for this one. Check out the video earlier. I made a video about the top teams for the Sunshine Cup, which is coming back tomorrow, as well as a video about Mew. So definitely check them out. See you then. Bye bye.